I'm here at Waves Audio with Luke Smith, and he. Oh, sorry to break in your hello. He's going to show us the new dynamic EQ or moving EQ or compression EQ that Waves came out with just recently, and this video is going to be subtitled to Portuguese, so it covers all bases.
Oh,
so
great.
You know.
Beautiful.
Okay?
That's great, because I do not speak Portuguese.
Tô aqui na Waves e o Luke Smith vai mostrar pra gente o novo equalizador dinâmico da Waves. Então vamos lá.
Hey everybody, so we're here on the Waves booth, InfoComm 2017, and I'm showing Enrico our new F6 plugin. So let's check that out. So with F6, we built this because of long-time user feedback, people who love the C6. You know, if we start with the C6 plugin, right? The C6 plugin has been by far our most popular live sound plugin, period. Right? It's the #1 plugin that people buy when they're mixing with Waves and live sounds, right? So it's a great plugin, everybody loves it, but one of the things about the C6 is that it has, if I pull it up just for a second, I have it right here. If we look at the C6 just for a second, I have these 4 hard crossover points, and then I have these 2 floating bands, right? And the floating bands are really handy because I have a Q type of these, and I can only compress or expand the frequency range that I've dialed in very specifically with the Q setting.
Right.
Whereas the other 4 bands,
they depend on each other.
On the crossover point.
On the crossover points.
You're going to be messing with the whole.
Can I break in?
Go ahead.
That's, you know, even before the C6, you know, the very famous and popular C4.
Correct.
A lot of people use the C4 as dynamic EQs because it actually is too, right? It could be a multi-band compressor or a dynamic EQ.
That's right.
So, but most of the times when I go to a dynamic EQ, I'm actually looking to fix a specific problem. And when you pinpoint that problem, the neighboring bands, they kind of lose sense.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And what I end up doing, which is not phase coherent, but it's musically coherent, I use 1 or 2 C1SCs inserted in a channel.
Ah, right.
Because then I can, you know, focus in one frequency problem, then I can focus in another frequency problem, and then I'm done with it. Right?
It's a really good idea, and you hit the nail on the head with, you know, C6 is a great, very flexible plugin, but as far as the crossover points being phase coherent, we did the best job we could, but you can still run into issues, you know, We'll be the first to say it. So that's what the F6 is all about.
Yeah, when I saw that, I said, well, everything is answered right there, because you have the EQ point, the points, the frequency points, and they move.
Exactly, and you can do, and more importantly, leave the rest of your frequency range of the whole signal unprocessed.
Yeah, I haven't used it yet, but you know, I've watched it online, and I thought it was a great idea.
Let me play back just real fast. So as I'm playing around with it, I can compress, expand really easily, and before I start messing with the threshold and the range settings,
you can just make the curve.
It's just a static EQ.
Yeah.
Right? And it sounds beautiful as a static EQ.
Is the sound comparable to any other Waves EQ, like the the Renaissance, or does it sound anything like is it based on anything, or is it all new?
Good question. That's new stuff, right? So it's not going to sound like any existing Waves EQ. Okay. We feel like it's a good mix of transparency and just a touch of color.
Right.
And so it's not going to, you know, add color frequencies that you don't want. It's very transparent. Still sounds very smooth as you're boosting or cutting stuff, but it's a new algorithm.
Right.
And as again I adjust my Q type on any of the bands and start messing with the range and turning my threshold down.
The range. So you use a range. You don't use a ratio. You use the range as you do on the C4 and C6.
Exactly. It's got the exact same range setting, which means that you can hit. You can basically create a ceiling for having a really heavy-duty threshold and a lot of gain reduction happening, but making sure that it doesn't go past a certain amount of dB of gain reduction, even if you've got the threshold pumping really, really hard, right?
Now,
that's what the range is all about. And yeah, that's the same in the C4, C6, and now F6.
let me ask you a question that most of the times people kind of skip over and don't talk about when they talk about compressors. And I know this, the classic C1 that the C1 SC does not have an adjustment for.
Yeah.
Is knee. What is the knee like?
Good
on
question. This knee is, I think, a good middle ground between a hard knee and a soft knee.
Right.
Because we do not have a knee setting for each compressor, so we tried to compromise and find a nice place in the middle where it's not too right angled and it's not too soft. It's in the middle.
Don't listen to anything this guy says. He hasn't got a clue.
Sorry, oh, you were videotaping this. I'm awfully sorry.
Now
Excuse
you're
me.
very famous.
I'm awfully sorry.
Worldwide famous. How's it going, my friend?
I hope you were not live.
Now, one of my favorite features that you're not going to get an idea of what this plugin sounds like on the trade show floor with these speakers and your iPhone, of course.
Well, this is very quiet comparing to NAMM shows.
It's usually not too bad, right? Yeah, and we certainly appreciate that about InfoComm. But I do at least want to show you probably one of the handiest features I think we have, where as I'm playing back, I can right-click and hold.
Oh, solo.
And I can solo out one of the bands.
That is great.
Right?
That is great. And you, of course, you can
in the
move.
studio, you can automate that.
You can move, which is, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, it does have a fade.
It's got a really
Can
nice
you
setup.
adjust that fade?
I mean, it's really just a utility feature, but if you want to get crazy with automation in the studio, you can use that as an effect too.
Especially for EDM.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Smooth filters, man.
And of course, you can move as you solo the band. You can move it around to pinpoint the band. Oh, that's cool. Can you play with the cue while you're soloed and moving? Can you widen and narrow?
Good question. No, because I don't have enough hands. You see how I'm doing that?
Maybe with a combination of
What you would do is you create different automation lanes and do it manually.
No, I'm just saying for when you're fishing the frequency.
Oh, right. Can I change the cue type at the same time? So I got it. If I hold the solo, then I can. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, there you go. Oh, that's cool. That's great.
Right, and then I can move it around.
I'm sold.
There you go. So yeah, check that out online.
Yeah.
See for yourself with the 7-day demo what it sounds like. But
Thank you for your time and for the demo.
of course, Enrico, thanks for
highly
stopping by.
appreciate it.
And thanks for using Waves, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.